read out. A wheel of radius 1 meter rolls freely with an angular velocity of 5 radian per second, okay, and with an angular acceleration of 4 radian per second square, okay, both clockwise as shown in the figure. Okay, so this is the plane, and on this plane for this wheel, and this wheel is of radius 1 meter, it is rolling, right? Determine the velocity and acceleration of point B and point D. You have to find out the velocity of point B, this point, and you have to find out the velocity and acceleration of point D, both for point B as well as point D. Okay, so many of you, as of now also, you can directly say what will be the velocity of point B, but it may be a bit problem for you if I ask you what will be the acceleration for point B, right? That will be a problem for you. And same way, if I ask you what will be the acceleration for point D, maybe it will be a bit difficult for you to find out what will be the acceleration for point D, right? So let us first try to solve it. Now, as far as we'll first solve for point B. So if we do this exercise for point B, one point is very clear to me, that for point A, if this plate will move in a general plane motion manner, right, then this center A will move along x-axis on a linear way, right, and the velocity of this point A or VA will be r into omega. We had already discussed and already proved this during our last interaction and during the just last YouTube video in this for this numerical. So VA will be equal to r into omega, and omega I know it is 5 radian per second and radius is 1, so VA is okay. Same way for acceleration also, r into alpha, r I know 1 and alpha is 4, so it is also okay. Now if we have to find out the velocity of point B, see, for this, let us just try this one point out, that, just a minute, the velocity of B with respect to A, this formula is VB minus VA, okay, and from this formula I came to know that velocity of B is equal to velocity of A plus velocity of B with respect to A. Now let us understand this formula with reference to this point B. What it says, that velocity of point B, this velocity of point B will be equal to summation of two different types of velocities. And what are these two velocities? One is velocity VA, one is this velocity VA, and another is velocity of B with respect to A, and another is velocity of B with respect to A. So now you should be very clear that when we say velocity of B with respect to A, that means what I have to do is I have to keep this A point as stationary, and I have to find out the velocity of B point with reference to A. That means it is what? It is a rotary motion. This component, velocity of B with respect to A, this particular component is actually rotary motion. And when I say only A, VA, then this particular component is only linear motion. So with this formula, that is velocity of B with respect to A is equal to VB minus VA, and this formula has given me VB is equal to VA plus velocity of B with respect to A. This formula has given me this type of guideline, that velocity in general plane motion is equal to, first I have to study for translatory motion, so that translatory motion is taken care by VA only, and then I have to understand the rotary motion, and that rotary motion is taken care by velocity of B with respect to A. Is it okay? Right. Okay. So the situation in this numerical was like this, that this was the plate and this was the line, and let us say this plate was moving in a general plane motion and this line has come back to this shape, and it is very obvious to me that this particular distance, that is this radius, this arc is equal to this s distance, right? Now the procedure in this type of questions is I have to first do the translatory motion. Okay, so that means this circular plate I have to just straight away skid like translatory motion. Okay, then after that I have to do the rotary motion, then I'll rotate this at this point only. The same concept is to be applied in this, that is velocity of B is equal to translatory motion, because whatever straightforward A will go, the same B will go. So that component is taken care by translatory motion, that is VA, plus velocity of B with respect to A. That velocity of B with respect to A means if A is stationary, then B will rotate about A only. So that is the rotary motion, and that's how we can see that it will go via, in this position also we can solve the questions by splitting any general plane motion question into two sections. One is the translatory motion, then another is the rotary motion, right? Okay, let us do it further. So now VB is equal to VA plus velocity of B with respect to A. Then in this case VB I know it is 5 meter per second. VB I know it is 5 meter per second. Okay, and velocity of B with respect to A. What do you mean by velocity of B with respect to A? Means again see velocity of B with respect to A. So AB is what distance? 1, and velocity of B with respect to A is R into omega. R into omega, and R is equal to 1 and omega is equal to 5. So velocity of B with respect to A is 5. So for general plane motion, velocity of B is equal to 5 meter per second plus 5 meter per second or 10 meter per second. Okay. But if I have to find out the value of acceleration of point B, then see what will happen for acceleration. For acceleration in this case, see there will be acceleration also, we have to follow the same process. That is acceleration of B is equal to acceleration of A plus acceleration of B with respect to A, and AA is the linear acceleration and acceleration of B with respect to A is the angular acceleration or rotational acceleration, whatever you wish to say. Okay, now this angular acceleration will further have two components. What are those components? One is the tangential acceleration and one is the normal acceleration, or we call this as centripetal acceleration, right? So one is tangential AT and one is AR. And what is the value of these? AT is velocity of B with respect to A whole square upon R. And what is this AT? AT is R alpha, tangential. Sorry, in this case the sign, here it is wrongly written. It is AR is equal to velocity of B with respect to A whole square upon R, and AT is equal to R alpha. So it has to be inverted, right? This is for this and this is for this. Here it is correctly written. AT is equal to dV over dt or R into d omega by dt or R alpha, and centripetal acceleration, that is AR is equal to V square upon R or R omega square, or V square means velocity of B with respect to A whole square upon R, because this is the rotational component, right? So that means in case of calculation of acceleration, we have to follow, we have to calculate three different components, three friends, huh? One component belongs to AA and other two components belongs to acceleration of B with respect to A. Okay, one component belongs to AA and two component belongs to angular acceleration. Okay, so let us try to calculate it. So in this same manner only I had calculated. This is the normal acceleration or centripetal acceleration, velocity of B with respect to A whole square upon R, it is 25, and on the horizontal side it is 1 into 4 plus 1 into alpha, again it is 4. So radial, so by this we can calculate the acceleration of point B, right? Now things, just to clarify a bit more, the tangential component of acceleration is due to changing speed and the centripetal component of acceleration is due to changing direction, right? So this is A is equal to AT square plus AR square. Okay, so let us first do the analysis for point D again. Whenever we have to do the analysis for point D, again velocity also we have to follow the same approach. Same approach means velocity of D is equal to velocity of A plus velocity of D with respect to A. Let us see. Velocity of D is equal to VA plus velocity of D with respect to A. Now A will go forward. A will move in the forward direction. So at this point only VA will be this only, and velocity of D with respect to A, it will go at an angle of 90 degree to AD line. It will go at an angle of 90 degree to AD line. So that is the velocity of D with respect to A, and velocity of D with respect to A is AD, because at this time it is an stationary and this D block is moving. So AD multiplied by its rotational velocity. Rotational velocity omega is a constant value. So velocity of D with respect to A is 3 meter per second. Right. So now will in case of velocity there are only two components. One is VA and one is velocity of D with respect to A. Now what we have to do is we'll divide velocity of D with respect to A into vertical and horizontal components, and that's what we did, and then we can easily calculate the velocity of D. Now same way in this case, for calculation of acceleration at point D, as we did in the last for point B, we have to highlight three different parameters for acceleration of point D, right? Three different parameters. Okay, what are those? See, this D. One is linear acceleration AA, one is perpendicular to this, that is the tangential acceleration, it is R into alpha, and another one is the centripetal acceleration towards the center, that is velocity of D with respect to A square upon R. So if that means AD is equal to linear acceleration plus two components of angular acceleration. And what are those two components?